Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back again today with another fantasy football mock draft. And today we're doing it on Fantasy Pros Draft Wizard. So it is a 10-team, two quarterback slash superflex draft setup, but it works same strategy for two quarterback leagues. It's a 10-team in the second spot, and it's also PPR, and it's a 6-point per passing touchdown quarterback league. We're doing it on Fantasy Pros because the other website doesn't seem to have the AI to be able to figure out what the fuck to do if you should draft a third quarterback or not. So hopefully this website has that. But before I start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please click the subscribe button down below or at the bottom right corner and click that notification bell to get notified for every single video that I come out with every single goddamn day. So let's get into it. Like I said, it's a 10 team. I'm from the second pick. PPR draft. The roster is one quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, a tight end, a regular flex, a super flex, a defense, a kicker, and 6 bench spots. So let's get right into the video. So let's see. The first pick is Saquon Barkley. So now is our pick. So right now is the perfect time to explain what to do here. So normally I would go with Zeke at the 2 here because I think Zeke is going to do great, but it came out recently that Zeke may, even though he like beat like Roger Goodell said that they weren't going to suspend him, but now something else came out that he may be getting like sued or something, so he may even get suspended. So I'm not really trusting that right now. So I'm not going to go with him now. Obviously, in August we'll actually know what to do. So I'll just go with the guy that I think is the third best guy, and that's Christian McCaffrey. Since I don't trust going Zeke there. So after we went Christian McCaffrey, the third pick is Ezekiel Elliott, followed by Alvin Kamara, Pat Mahomes, Melvin Gordon, Deshaun Watson, David Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, Aaron Rodgers, Julio, Andrew Luck, Devontae Adams, Le'Veon Bell, Michael Thomas, James Conner, Travis Kelce, Joe Mixon. So that's our pick. So pretty much in all these two quarterback slash super flex drafts, you're going to be seeing all the good quarterbacks go pretty early. The fifth pick for Mahomes, in my opinion, is kind of early, but is stuff that you're going to be seeing. 4 quarterbacks already gone in the first 2 rounds, which I would say is kind of crazy. Normally you're going to see like 3 or 2 go by then, but I guess it's not that crazy considering how people view quarterbacks in this. And now tight ends are going to be going slightly later because you don't need it's not a tight end premium, so you just don't really need that great tight end like you need a great quarterback in this. Even though there's obviously value in Travis Kelce right here in the second round. So it is our pick. We're not going to go quarterback here due to the fact that I don't think we need to pick one right now. I think one will fall to us in the next round, just a few picks from now. So on the receiver point of the draft, Odell Beckham's here, Juju's here, Antonio Brown's here. A lot of good guys. At the running back position, it's a little bit spry. Guys like Todd Gurley, someone who we're not going to draft. Dalvin Cook, a guy that's also off the draft board. Nick Chubb and Damian Williams are still there. But I think we're going to go with a top receiver here and then go quarterback because we can get a solid running back in the 4th round since it is a super flex league. And that's just how it goes. There's going to be a lot more value at the running back and wide receiver position, and even the tight end position later due to the amount of quarterbacks coming off the board early. So it's our pick, and like I said, we're going to go receiver here, and we're going to go with a receiver that I do like. I do think Juju is going to finish higher than Odell Beckham, so that's why we're going with Juju. I like Odell Beckham, but someone asked me a question actually, I think it was yesterday, about Odell versus Juju, and I said I think I like Juju more because I think that he's going to get more targets than Odell will get because there's a lot of mouths to feed in Cleveland, whereas it's just Juju and James Conner and Vance McDonald on Pittsburgh. Not really too many targets, and Big Ben always has a one, like Antonio Brown, who he threw 100,000 balls to. And Juju is obviously he may not be as good as Antonio Brown, but he's pretty much just as good as AB, and will be able to get it done on Pittsburgh. So that's why I like him. So we're gonna go with Juju here. So after we went Juju, Baker was picked, followed by Odell Beckham Jr. So now it's our pick. And if we don't go with the guy I want now, he's not going to fall to us in this type of format. So we're going to go Matty Ice here. Now, it says his ADP is 70, but his ADP, that's based on normal drafts, not on a 2 quarterback or super flex draft. So obviously his ADP is going to be a lot higher. And I think he's probably behind it's probably Mahomes. In my opinion, Mahomes is the best, followed by Rodgers, Luck, Watson, and then probably Matt Ryan. Probably it's probably a top 5 quarterback, so that's why we're gonna go Matt Ryan here at this pick. And we need to make sure to get a quarterback early before a lot of them go, since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were already gone before we pick Matt Ryan. So after we pick Matt Ryan, sorry ass Todd Gurley's picked. So like I said, don't pick Todd Gurley. He has that knee arthritis. You don't want that on your roster. You don't want to be dealing with that. So after that guy went Todd Gurley, Dalvin Cook was picked, another guy that I'm fading. Don't pick him. He's also injury prone. Russell Wilson was picked, followed by AB, Drew Brees, Kittle, Ertz. So even in this type of format, the big 3 tight ends, which is Kelsey, Ertz, and Kittle, all go in the first 3 rounds regardless. After Ertz was picked, famous Jameis went, followed by AJ Green, Damian Williams, Nick Chubb, and then a receiver run of Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. No, not Mike Williams, Mike Evans, Adam Thielen, T.Y. Hilton, Amari Cooper. So it's our pick. And now I would like to go running back before I think they all deplete. So we're going to want to go with a solid running back here. So we're going to go with, I think here at this pick, we're going to go with someone who I think is more safe. So that's Marlon Mack in this position. I like Aaron Jones. I like Marlon Mack. I like Kerryon Johnson, and I like Devontae Freeman. Even though Devontae Freeman's more injury prone, so I'm more between Mack, Jones, and Kerryon Johnson. But I think that Mack is the safest option here. Even though in PPR, Aaron Jones will be catching a lot of passes, so that may give him the edge to you. But to me, I think Marlon Mack is more safe, so that's why we're gonna go with him. And I preach to go safe at the beginning of your draft, because if you can completely fuck up the first 4 rounds and still win. I've done it, but if you get great players in the first 4 rounds and they don't bust, then it's going to be pretty easy to win when you have such high talented players on your team. So that's why we're going Marlon Mack here. After we went Marlon Mack, Aaron Jones was selected, followed by Carson Wentz. So right now I'm going to figure out how many quarterbacks it would take. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So every single team has a quarterback. Now in your at-home draft in SuperFlex, that may not happen because someone may end up waiting and just picking 2 of the later quarterbacks, guys like, let's see, guys like Big Ben and Philip Rivers. They may combine those guys. They may go Trubisky, Lamar Jackson, stuff like that. So some people may implement that strategy. I've implemented that strategy, and I like my team when I do that. But I also like my team when I do go 1 quarterback early and then get a guy a few rounds later. So we have our 2 running backs right now, our starting quarterback, and 1 receiver. So like I always say, you need to make sure you get these running backs because they're gonna win you the championship. If you have 3 solid running backs all year long, you're pretty much guaranteed to win because it's so hard to win at the running back position. So that's why we're gonna go with another guy who I think is safe. And even though he got injured last year, and people are worried, oh, CJ Anderson is gonna steal Kerryon Johnson's touches. No, 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 motherfucker. They're not gonna steal. No one's stealing Kerryon's touches. Kerryon's just gonna steal the fucking touchdowns and steal the fucking assholes of the other team. He's gonna just absolutely fucking butt fuck the other team every single time. Kerryon Johnson's one of the great running backs of the fucking league, so we're going Kerryon here. Watch his goddamn highlight tape if you don't believe me. And while you're looking up this highlight tape on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to this video so you get a lot more videos from me. Click that notification bell to make sure you get all the videos. And follow me on Twitter, which is also down below, because I'm doing a Scott Fishbowl 9 draft. And I'm going to post updates to that. And that's also a Superflex League. So you're going to get an idea of what happens there. So after Kerryon Johnson goes, Stefon Diggs goes, followed by Leonard Fournette, Devontae Freeman, Josh Jacobs, Jules Edelman, Cam Newton, Jared Goff, Latavius Murray, which is a reach ahead of guys like Derrick Henry, Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, Kenny Galladay, Derrick Henry, Kyler Murray, Chris Godwin, and Cooper Kupp and Dak Prescott. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 quarterbacks have went off the board. And now, right now is when you might panic and be like, ooh, I need to get that quarterback. No, we can wait 1 more round and get us a solid running back or receiver here. So there's still some running, but there's gonna be some running backs later in this type of format because there's just inherently, since people are going quarterback, the value later is gonna be better. Like I stated. What about the tight end position? Let's go check down here. Let's give it a little look-see-do down here. Oh, all the tight ends are still here, so that's something you got to look for. So since all the tight ends are still here, I think we're gonna wait and go quarterback even later than I would have normally. So we are gonna get a receiver here though that I like first. And the receiver I like the most out of all these guys, I like Calvin Ridley, I like Boyd, I like Robbie Anderson, I like Lockett, I like Tyler Lockett. I like pretty much all these guys except for Allen Robinson. And that's because I just don't trust a single Bears receiver. I think the Bears could have any guy do good each week, and unless it's best ball, you're gonna be pulling your goddamn fucking hair out trying to figure out which guy to start. So don't worry about that. Worry about getting that value, and we're gonna go with one of my favorite picks later in drafts, which is Tyler Lockett, due to the fact that he's like the best receiver on their team. He's the number one on Seattle. Being the number one on any team is going to give you a boost, in my opinion. And even though, Nick, they like to run the ball in Seattle. No, no, no. They also throw the ball because they have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So they're going to throw the ball to Tyler fucking Lockett, and they're going to score some touchdowns. And Tyler Lockett isn't the only guy there. There's guys like DK Metcalf is also there. So there's people who could take coverage away from Lockett. So we're gonna go Lockett here. If we go Lockett, Tyreek the Freak Hill is picked, followed by Calvin Ridley. Now Tyreek Hill in the 6th round is probably great fucking value because we still don't know how many games he's gonna be suspended. Is it 4? Is it 8? Is it none? Who knows right now? Because Roger Goodell doesn't fucking tell you shit, so we have no idea. But I think that if he's suspended 4 games, 6 rounds, great value. If he's suspended 8, I'm probably not willing to do it because you have to win. Tyreek Hill is gonna win you playoff games, but if you don't make the goddamn playoffs, then what's the point in having him? And that's what I'm saying. So it's our pick, and there's gonna be some solid quarterbacks when we get back, I think. So I feel pretty comfortable getting a tight end here, even though I don't always fill out my roster instantly, right? You don't have to fill out your starting roster, right? You can go for the bench spots. I can pick more running backs, pick more receivers, but I think that having such value at tight end, this isn't always going to happen, is just immense here. And getting a guy that I like a lot in Hunter Henry is going to be pretty goddamn good here. So we're going to go Hunter Henry here. I wouldn't, actually, all the tight ends that were available, OJ Howard, Hunter Henry, or Evan Ingram, I would not debate you on which guy is better there. It's just a crapshoot at it, but I just like Hunter Henry the most out of those guys. I've seen people's rankings. Some people like the other guys even better, so it's all up to you. So after we went Hunter Henry, Kissin Titty Trubisky was picked, followed by Big Ben Roethlisberger, Sammy Watkins, Brady, Alshon Jeffrey, Allen Robinson, Juice, James White, Corey Davis, Kenyon Drake, Lamar Jackson, DJ Moore, Tyler Boyd, Mike Williams, Dante Pettis, David Montgomery. David Montgomery fell hard in this draft, so it's our pick. And we're going to want to get, like I said, we kind of want to get a quarterback that I feel confident in since a lot of the quarterbacks are going. Now, I think that I want to go with a more safe number 2 because we are going to draft 3, obviously. And we go with a higher upside guy for 3. So we're going to go with the safest option here, which is Philip Rivers. They don't have the same bye. Make sure your 2 starting fucking SuperFlex quarterbacks have different byes because you want to make sure every single week you can have 2 quarterbacks being played. One in the regular quarterback slot, one in the SuperFlex slot. Because if you don't do that, then you're kind of fucked. Because pretty much in a 6-point per passing touchdown league, the quarterback is going to score more points than any player on your team. Hopefully, at least any player that you're going to be putting in your flex spot. So we're going to go with Philip Rivers here for the consistency. He's never going to wow you completely, but he is going to put up them solid fantasy goddamn points for your fantasy team. So that's why I'm confident with going Philip Rivers here. After we went Rivers, Philip Lindsay was picked, followed by Mark Ingram. So now it's our pick, and we want to get another solid running bike. So since he fell so far, and even though I don't like picking this guy, I think the values here in the 9th round, when if he gets injured, it will be okay because we do have those other running backs. And I think that when he's on the field, he's going to do great. But I do have problems drafting because of his left knee, or one of his knees is fucked. And that's Sody Michelle now. I wouldn't pick him in the 4th round where he's going to normal drafts. I stay so far away from him. But at this value in the 9th round, where I'm not necessarily even starting him, and I could just put him in certain weeks where I think he's going to do good, and that if he goes down, I'm not too worried because I already have Carry-On, I already have Marlon Mack, I already have Christian McCaffrey, and I'm confident with that team. So that's why we're going to go Sony Michel here. Normally, I would probably be picking like Chris Carson or something, but I think he has a lot more upside than Chris Carson, but he comes with a lot more risk. And since we're so safe so far, we're going to go more risky, and that's why we're going Sony Michel here. After we picked Sony Michel, clicking on the draft board, and let's see, where are we at? Sony Michel. After we picked him, Darius Geis was picked, followed by Robbie Anderson, O.J. Howard, Will Fuller, Evan Ingram, Chris Carson, Lamar Miller, Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, Tariq Cohen, Sterling Shepard, Bears defense, Christian Kirk, Tevin Coleman, Jarek McKinnon, N'Keal Harry. The 2 San Francisco running backs went bike to bike. So, things to point out from the last round of the draft that just occurred in the 9th and 10th rounds. So, things to notice: O.J. Howard and Evan Ingram fell all the way to round 9, so I probably didn't even have to draft Hunter Henry there. But it's A-okay, and I could have gotten like Big Ben, who I like better than Philip Rivers. But that's okay, because we didn't know that was going to happen. Another thing to point out, the Chicago Bears defense was picked. Now it's too early. Don't be doing that. Don't be picking the Bears defense that early. Now, I can see why you want to do it. You want to get the best defense, so I guess that's okay. But don't draft any other defense that high. And at the end of the video, I'm going to explain how to pick your defense. So listen up and listen good for the end of the video. And make sure you click that subscribe button. Click that notification bell to get notified for all my videos. So no more ads in this goddamn video till the end about me getting you to subscribe to my goddamn channel. So it's our pick. We got 4 running bikes and 2 receivers. So we should probably get 1 receiver that I feel confident with here before they all run dry. But actually, we're just going to go running back here because I want Penny on my team because of the amount of upside that guy has. That if Chris Carson was to go down, he's probably going to be a great back. And if Chris Carson's even healthy, he's still probably a solid flex play for you. So that's why I like Rashad Penny. So that's where we're going to go. Rashad Penny. So that's where we went Rashad Penny. Larry Fitz and Jordan also went, which is perfectly fine because the guy I wanted is still here, which is Kiki Do You Love Me Cootie. Now, I also do like guys like Colton Sutton, D.D. Westbrook, Kiki, and Curtis Samuels, like all those guys. But in my opinion, I think either D.D. or Kiki is going to finish the highest out of those guys. And I like Kiki a lot because I think that Houston is going to throw him the ball a lot. I think Watson's going to be throwing him the ball a lot, not just Houston, the fucking Texan logo is going to be throwing him the goddamn ball. But I think that Will Fuller is going to end up going down. Now, you don't want that to happen. You don't hope for injuries, but that just seems to happen every year. And I think that Kiki is going to end up being the 2 once he gets hurt, and I'm pretty confident that Kiki can do what he does and be a great receiver on Houston on such a high-powered offense. So, after we went Kiki Cootie, Colton Sutton was picked, followed by D.D. Westbrook, Jordan Howard, D.K. Metcalf, Miles Sanders, Darrell Henderson, Royce Freeman, Curtis Samuel, James Washington, Anthony Miller, Jimmy Guap, LaShawn McCoy, Eric Ebron, Jared Cook, Kirk Cousins, Paris Campbell. So currently, we're going to count up the quarterbacks here one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 quarterbacks have won. So every team has 2, and someone has a 3rd one. So we're not going to jump on the 3rd one just yet. We're going to get 1 more receiver or running back. Now, I don't think we need a backup tight end because we'll just drop someone later. And we're just going to go, probably going to have to go receiver here because I don't think he's going to come back to us. Hopefully, he does come back to us here, actually, because we're going to want to go with a running back here and then go him. But we're going to go with the highest upside guy on the board here, and that's Ronald Jones. The report came out on Sunday about Ronald Jones being bulk, like I said. That dude's absolutely jacked, and we're going to be looking for him to have a great season this year. And I think that it might not happen. Probably won't happen, but being someone you draft late and having high upside is what you look for. So in the 13th, 12th round, I'm looking for some high upside of Ronald Jones. That's also why I like his teammate, Peyton Barber. So we go Ronald Jones, and we got fucking sniped. MVS went right before we could fucking pick. I said I wanted Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That is the most aggravating thing I've ever seen. Now, we probably should have just picked them because I don't like these receivers at the back as much as I like. Damn it. As much as I liked him. So we're just going to go our other quarterback here and then go with a receiver last, and hopefully the guy falls to us. So we're gonna go with one of my favorite quarterbacks, Josh Allen here. Josh Allen has super high upside, so you can put him in instead of Rivers. You gotta make sure they all have different buys. Josh Allen has the sixth buy, Matt Ryan's the ninth buy, and Philip Rivers has the 12th buy. So that's why we do that. Boom, Josh Allen. After we went Joshua Allen, David Njoku was picked, followed by Matty Snapback, Dion Lewis, Kareem Hunt, Delaney Walker, Naheem Hines, Matt Breida, Trey Burton, Austin Eckler, Chris Herndon, who now has a 4-game suspension. I still like him, though, if you go with the 2 tight ends at the end of the draft. I like that strategy. Carlos Hyde, Peyton Barber, Donta Foreman, Ito Smith, Duke Johnson, Damon Harris. So it doesn't seem that the computer realizes that it needs to draft 3 quarterbacks, like I said, even though the other website couldn't figure that out either. So I guess these websites are very confused on what to do at the end of the draft, which is okay because so pretty much say instead of Josh Allen, it may end up being for you a guy like Nick Foles or a guy like Sam Darnold, Derek Carr. He's replaceable, Josh Allen. It's okay. That's probably what's going to happen to your draft. But it's our pick, and we want to get one more receiver because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs, and we got 3 receivers, which is okay because you need more running backs than receivers. So we're just going to go with my boy, where is he? Robert Foster for that connection with Josh Allen. Robert Foster is a guy who has high upside because he's just pretty much. I think he's the number 1 target on Buffalo. I think just like at the end of last year, he has that connection with Josh Allen, in my opinion. And I think that could go pretty far as a solid flex play or as the wide receiver 2 on your team when one of your guys are out. Now, when you're drafting him in the 14th round, if it ends up being Zay Jones, cut Foster, get Zay Jones. Or if it ends up being Cole fucking Beasley, who I think's on the team, don't even pick up Cole Beasley. You don't want him. But that's just what I'm saying. So we're going to go with Robert Foster here. After we go Robert Foster, Jalen Samuels is picked, followed by LA Rams defense. So now we don't want to click that. We want to click our defense and kicker. So first we're going to go with kicker. And I'll explain to you how to pick a defense. We're going to get the best kicker. Now normally the best kicker isn't going to be available in the 14th round or 15th round because someone's going to reach and pick a kicker early, just like that guy reached and picked the Bears early. Don't do that, but that's probably Greg Zuerlein's probably not going to be here, but we'll go Greg Zuerlein anyways. At your at-home draft, likely that's not going to happen. If you're in a high-stakes league where people play very seriously, that's most likely Greg Zuerlein may even be there in the 15th round. That's entirely possible. So after we went Greg Zuerlein, LA Chargers defense was picked, followed by the Jags defense, a bunch of defenses, right? The only player being picked that was normal was AP, and now it's our turn to pick a defense. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to explain to you how to pick a defense. So, scroll all the way down here, and we're looking at the defenses. And what you're going to want to do when picking a defense is go on Google, right? You're going to go on Google, you type in NFL schedule week 1, and then you're going to see which team is playing a shitty offense. Now, based upon the people I follow on Twitter, I heard a little birdie tweet above the sky that the Dallas Cowboys have an easy first few games schedule. Now, can I see their schedule? Yep, it is the Giants. Wait, hopefully this is next year. I think this is next year. The Giants, Washington. They're gonna absolutely eat them. They're gonna just destroy them. So that's why we're going with them. I'm gonna make a whole dedicated video about which defense to pick based upon my strategy of drafting a defense playing against a shitty offense. But for now, we're just gonna go with the Cowboys, even if that's not actually their schedule, and I'm just talking out of my asshole. That is okay too. But for now, that's why we are going the Cowboys. But that may change depending on what I think. But make sure to subscribe for that video. So we make our pick, and then a bunch of kickers were picked, so it's okay. So we got a B, which doesn't matter because they don't know shit. So our quarterback is Matt Ryan. Our 2 running backs are Christian McCaffrey and Marlon Mack. Our receivers are Juju and Tyler Lockett. Our tight end is Hunter Henry. Our regular flex, Kerryon Johnson. Our super flex, Philip Rivers. Our defense is the Cowboys. Our kicker is Greg Zuerlein. Our bench is Sony Michel, Rashad Penny, Kiki Kuti, Rojo, Josh Allen, and Robert Foster. So thank you guys all for watching my video. It would mean a lot to me if you click the subscribe button, click that notification bell to get notified for all my videos because you're going to be seeing daily content. You're going to be seeing double, triple, quadruple uploads. Fucking octuple fucking uploads. That's 8 maybe. Who knows? Octobomb status up in this bitch. So thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to follow my Twitter too. Click on the screen right now. There's going to be fucking Johnny Manziel throwing up those dubskis. And that's how you're going to click subscribe. And click another video that's on the screen right now. And just watch one of those and have a great goddamn day. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I hope the start of your week this week is great too. So, see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.